If you're over 60 and still masturbating regularly, this isn't just normal aging behavior. What you think is harmless might actually be a slow drain on your vitality, hormone levels, and even your emotional health. In fact, scientists are now discovering that frequent solo pleasure, especially as you get older, might be tied to fatigue, brain fog, and even heart health. This isn't a moral judgment, it's biological. And the worst part, most older men don't even realize what it's stealing from them: their strength, their drive, their clarity, their edge. But today, you're going to discover the 3 critical facts about aging and self-stimulation. What you do next could determine how energetic, focused, and strong you feel for the rest of your life. Stay till the end, because the last insight is what 90% of men completely miss. In 2021, a study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine tracked male hormone levels and self-stimulation frequency in aging men. The findings were shocking. Men over 60 who masturbated more than 3 times a week had 23% lower average testosterone levels. Why does this matter? Because testosterone isn't just about libido. It controls muscle mass, bone strength, energy levels, even memory and confidence. When testosterone dips, your whole world shrinks. You feel weaker, you get winded climbing stairs, you snap at loved ones, you forget where you put your keys, you lose interest in things that once lit you up. But here's the part most men never hear: it's not about quitting altogether. It's about learning how your body really works and making strategic changes to protect your health, dignity, and vitality. And that leads us to the first, and possibly most important truth. Masturbation affects testosterone levels. This is not what you've been told. Most people believe that regular release helps clean the pipes, keeps things healthy down there. But what if that idea is outdated, and maybe even harmful after 60? The Endocrine Society published a paper in 2022 explaining how excessive solo release can blunt luteinizing hormone, a key trigger for testosterone production. In simple terms, too much release, less hormone signal, weaker testosterone pulse, faster aging. Testosterone isn't just about performance, it's your engine. Low levels lead to loss of muscle mass, slower metabolism, sleep problems, brain fog, low motivation, even risk of depression, and here's where it gets emotional. Your testosterone is your drive, your ability to act, to defend, to create, to lead, but when it dips, so does your sense of self. You start to feel like a shadow of the man you were. But here's where it gets interesting. Masturbation in moderation may not be the problem. It's the frequency and the lack of recovery. According to researchers at Harvard Medical School, older men need longer recovery periods, not just physically, but hormonally. Frequent release doesn't allow testosterone to rebound. What's the sweet spot? Experts suggest limit to once a week. Focus on morning hours when testosterone is naturally higher. Avoid screens and artificial stimulation. These hijack your brain's reward system, and if you ignore this, you'll feel it in your bones, in your back, in your joints. One day you'll wake up and realize you don't feel like yourself anymore. Brain and mood impact. Let's shift gears, because this goes far beyond hormones. Your brain is on the line. Masturbation triggers a massive release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Sounds great, right? Not exactly. The Journal of Neuropsychopharmacology warns that repeated dopamine spikes without novelty or social interaction can lead to desensitization. Translation: the more you rely on solo pleasure for mood boosts, the less joy you feel from real life. Food loses flavor, music feels dull, motivation drops, social anxiety increases, your brain becomes addicted to the quick fix, and loses the ability to generate baseline happiness. And over time, this shift becomes visible. Your posture slumps, your voice softens, your energy fades in conversations. You're not just feeling off, you're becoming someone else. But here's the twist. When you reduce stimulation, your dopamine receptors reset. Colors feel richer, laughter feels deeper, your natural spark returns. You come back to life and you realize you weren't sad or lazy, you were chemically depleted. Here's how to reset. 7. day dopamine fast, no adult content, no excessive scrolling, daily morning sunlight exposure for 10 minutes, add magnesium glycinate before bed for mood stability, reintroduce novelty, new hobby, unfamiliar route, different music genre. Just 2 weeks of change can radically lift your mood, and if you don't, you risk long-term dopamine burnout, apathy, emptiness, isolation. Your world shrinks from possibility to routine, to silence, energy, heart, and longevity. Now let's talk longevity. Because what you do behind closed doors directly affects your heart, literally. The European Journal of Preventive Cardiology reports that excessive solo activity may be linked to higher resting heart rate and arterial stiffness in men over 65. Why? Because each release, while short, triggers a cardiac event, heart rate spikes, blood pressure rises, vessels constrict. When you're young, recovery is fast, but past 60, your body needs time, and repeated stress can weaken the system. Worse, it leads to inflammation, the root of atherosclerosis, memory decline, diabetes, joint pain, even cancer. But there's hope. Researchers found that men who switched to controlled release cycles, paired with exercise and diet, reduced heart strain by 38%. Here's your plan: 15 minutes of brisk walking daily, add potassium, rich foods, bananas, sweet potatoes, stay hydrated before and after any exertion, get 7-8 hours of sleep to allow full cardiac recovery. Your heart is your power center. Protect it and you extend your life, not just in years, but in quality. Ignore it, and the road ahead becomes steeper, darker, narrower. Transition bridges woven throughout 3%, but the real power comes from knowing this isn't just about release. It's about control. You still have it. You still can take back your body, your clarity, your edge. And this leads us to the final, overlooked factor: emotional amplification woven throughout 5%. This isn't about shame. It's about strength. This isn't about quitting. It's about choosing. When your body whispers, listen. When your energy dips, investigate. When your mood darkens, act. You are not weak. You are wired. And once you understand the circuit, you can optimize it. This is about freedom, not rules, not fear, but the freedom to wake up energized, to feel your heart beat with purpose, to stand with confidence in your skin. This is not the end of your story. This is the reset. Final call to action. So here's the truth. Your body isn't failing you. It's communicating. Fatigue, mood swings, low drive, they aren't signs of old age. They're signals. Signals asking you to listen, to shift, to upgrade. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about preserving dignity, independence, vitality. Don't wait for the diagnosis. Don't wait for the breakdown. Don't wait until the man in the mirror is unrecognizable. Start now. Cut back. Reset your brain. Reclaim your energy. Protect your heart. You still have the power to feel strong again, to feel clear, to feel like you. The choice is yours, and the next chapter starts today.